Hello there and welcome back to my channel, or of course welcome to my channel if you're new. If you are new, then hello, lovely to meet you. My name is Alex, and if you are new here, make sure you stick around and subscribe. If you're not new and you've been here for a while, then why not make sure that notification bell is switched on just so you're notified of every single time that I upload. Now for today's video, I have such an exciting one. Revolution have come out with a whole new brand called Relove. The whole point of this brand is to be completely vegan and cruelty free. Every single item in this brand is £5 and under, so it's super affordable, and the products are supposed to be like a better version of what their products were when they first started 7 years ago. Now I know a lot of people are bashing Revolution for doing another brand, which I completely understand. They do have a lot of brands, but I feel like each brand represents a different audience. This brand is definitely for someone who loves affordable makeup. Obviously I have all the products on my face. I'm really excited to show you what I think of everything, so I'm going to stop rambling and we're going to jump on into it. So if you'd like to see all the products that I tested and what I think of them, then please keep watching. So as you can tell, I'm very excited for today's video. This is my box of goodies I've got to test. I have, as I said, pretty much one of everything. So let's just dive straight in. The first product we're going to be testing is one of their primers. Now they did have 4 different types of primers, but I thought I'd get the super matte primer. I have an oily T-zone and I lack matte primers in my collection, so I thought I'd pick this one up. And this retails for just £4. It's actually in like a glass bottle, I think, or hard plastic. I don't know if it is glass actually, but it's definitely like a more sturdy packaging. It's not just like a lightweight plasticky feel. It does have a little bit of weight to it. And how funky is the pump on it? I love that. And they had like a few different ones. They had a hydrating one, they had a pore filling one, and I like that they've given us a variety. Okay, this has a gel consistency, which is very interesting. Just gonna, oh, it smells like watermelon. Okay, we're just gonna start by plopping it in these areas. Okay, so this is the primer on. Firstly, it smells absolutely amazing. If you love watermelon scents, you're gonna love that. So this is called a super matte primer. Now I think it has mattified my skin a little bit, but I don't think it's super matte. It has definitely dried down. There's no like leftover residue, and it feels a little bit tacky, so maybe that's going to help with the longevity of my makeup. But it doesn't look super matte to me, and I thought it would. I've definitely tried primers that are more matte than this, but I'm not extremely shiny anymore. I feel like it has matted it down a little bit, but not loads. But it is £4, so yeah, I don't know. I guess I'd have to try it a little bit more in different ways with different products and see what I think. But for first impressions, it's not the most mattifying product that I've tried, but I definitely can see where it has mattified those areas. I just still look a little bit glowy. Okay, next is a product that I'm really nervous about, and this is the Super Serum Hyaluronic Acid Foundation. I got mine in the shade F1. This cost £5. It is in like a glass bottle, so you know it is £5, but it is in really nice packaging. Let's put this on my face and see what it does. I've been into brushes a lot recently, which I didn't expect. I used the Spectrum B01 brush. I'm just going to do this side first and see what it looks like. Do you know what? That actually has way more coverage than I thought it was gonna. I thought this was gonna be like a really lightweight, kind of like a tinted moisturiser, but I'm sorry, that actually has really nice coverage. It's super dewy as well, as you can see. But it has a thin consistency, which is great, and it doesn't feel heavy. So I'm gonna put this on the rest of my face and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the entire face done for the foundation, and I'm super impressed with the coverage. I think it has a strong medium to full coverage, considering this is like a serum based product. It has medium to full coverage. The finish of it is absolutely beautiful. If you had normal to dry skin, this would look absolutely amazing on you, and would probably last a really long time, because look how dewy I am. For me and for oily skin types, this probably wouldn't last long on you just because of how dewy it is. However, I think it does look beautiful on my skin, and I feel like I look really smooth and hydrated. I am a big fan of the foundation. I would personally just wear this on days I know I wasn't wearing foundation for very long, because this honestly would probably only last me about 4 to 5 hours because of how dewy it is. But I absolutely love the formula and the finish of it. I think it's absolutely beautiful. Okay, so I just put some concealer on. I just put on the Revolution Conceal and Define Infinite on, because I just wanted to stick this to like a Revolution theme. And we actually have 2 powders to test. We have the Super Matte Pressed Powder, and we also have the HD Super Matte Setting Powder. I'm going to use this to set under my eyes and in my T-zone, and then I'm going to use this for the rest of my face. By the way, that concealer and foundation together, stunning coverage. I honestly feel like I've got a full coverage base on right now. I'm loving it. The loose powder was only £3. I mean, it is a little pot. I think you get 7 grams of powder in here. I've poured some out into the lid. Now it looks like it's got a bit of a pinky undertone, but that could just be my terrible eyesight. And I'm just going to set under my eyes and in my T-zone. Okay, I've just set those areas and it has set them down really nicely. The areas actually look really smooth. It's not drying or anything, which is really good. That's what I worry about, you know, loose powders and things, especially from affordable drugstore brands, is sometimes they can be a little bit drying, but this actually feels really nice. It looks smooth. The only thing I will say is that because it's a HD powder, I would be really careful about where you wear that out. If you go on a night out, take flash pictures, odds are you're going to have white under your eyes. But just for day-to-day usage, setting under your eyes and my T-zone area, it done the job extremely well. So I'm very happy with that. For £3, I think that's an absolute steal. The next one is the Super Matte Pressed Powder. I got mine in the shade Translucent. They did have other shades, but I just thought Translucent would be better for me. So I think this is either £4 or £3 as well as that loose powder. I can't remember because I bought it on Beauty Bay. This is what my overall face looks like. I'm set down now. Obviously I am a little bit glowy still because of the foundation underneath, but I am loving my base right now. So I need to quickly bronze and then we can move over to the rest of the products. If you're wondering, I just used the Revolution Glow Bronzer in the shade Fair, and now we're going to move over to this contour kit. Now I'm only going to be taking the contour powder from this because we have blush and highlighters elsewhere, so this would be honestly a great travel palette. And these palettes actually come a little bit bigger than I thought they would. Here's the blush one, and I just think they just come so much bigger than I thought. I thought they were going to be similar sizes to the like elf ones, but they're actually really decently sized. This actually retails for £3, so it is so affordable. I kind of wish they did maybe one more palette. They have 3 shades of these, and I just feel like they could have done with maybe one more just to cover some more skin tones, you know what I mean? Because I feel like 3 is just never enough for face palettes and that. So I'm just going to take the contour shade in the palette on my Peaches and Cream brush. This actually might be a little bit too dark for me. I'm not sure. Sorry, that's what it looks like up close. Just going to take a little bit for now. Okay, so that is the contour shade on, and considering I was worried about it being too dark for me, I actually think it works fine. As long as I take like a small amount, I think that actually looks quite pretty. I love that they've done these like little travel friendly palettes. It definitely reminds me of the old ones that they used to do, and I think that they retail for £3.50, so these are even cheaper. It's amazing. So this palette does have a highlighter and blush in, which is great, but I'm going to try different products. So I actually have these two. I have a duo blush and highlight highlighter palette in the shade Cute, and this is what Cute looks like. You get a highlighter and a blush. They had quite a few shades of these actually, and this retails for £3. And then for my highlighter, they actually did separate highlighters, and these retail for £3 as well. These are the super highlighters. I got mine in the shade Champagne. To be honest with you, that is probably going to be bit too dark for me, so I think I'm going to test this and then maybe put one of the other highlighters on top of it maybe. So again, I'm going to take this on my peach and cream brush. It looks like this is going to be a bit hardly pressed because not much is coming out on the brush, but again, I could be totally wrong. Okay, so I've just put that on my cheekbones, and as you can see, that is very blinding. I did build it up a little bit, like I did scrape quite a lot out on the brush and then apply it, so that's why it looks really blinding. But for £3, I think that's an absolute bargain, and it looks stunning, and it's also not too dark for me either, which is what I thought initially. And when I look forward, I cannot see any cast or anything. Can you? Let me know. I don't think I can see any sort of cast, so I'm actually quite impressed with that. I'm just gonna go over to my blush and highlighter duo. I'm gonna take this highlighter. Let's see if it will work for like my nose and my Cupid's bow. Do you know what, guys? I'm actually blinding you with my nose highlighter right now, but that works really well. Both these highlighters are insane, I'm not gonna lie. For £3, that is so good. I'm really impressed. And then for blush, I'm going to use this one here, and I'm going to use my other peach and cream blush. To be honest with you, this is probably a little bit too dark for me. That is very pigmented, so just take a very light hand with that. And just for, you know, shits and giggles, I'm going to take this blush in the contour palette, which has a bit more of a shimmer to it. It has a like gold shimmer running through it, and I'm just going to add this on top just so I've used it. Now they do have setting sprays in this collection that match the like primers in terms of like what types of sprays they've got, but they weren't available when they launched the collection, which I wasn't too sure why. So unfortunately we haven't got a setting spray to try, but we do have a bunch of eye related items to test, so let's get into it. Okay, so as you know, I have recently had my microblading topped up, so I can't actually use the brow products that I've got, but I did pick up the microblade brow pencil for when I can actually start using products on my brows again. This cost £2.50. I thought I'd just quickly show you what it looks like, even though I can't actually use it. This is what the packaging looks like. It has a spoolie on one end, and then it has the brow pencil on the other. So this actually isn't a thin brow pencil. It almost looks like a rectangle. Can you see that? And I've got the shade brown, which is quite a cool toned brown, which, you know, is nice. I'm not a massive fan of these like bigger brow pencils. I have been loving my thin brow pencils recently, but I just thought for £2.50 that's an absolute bargain, and you never know, it could be really good. So I will test this at a later date and I'll let you know what I think. Okay, so we can finally test out these eyeshadows. I did actually pick up 2 palettes to test out. I firstly picked up the palette Dreamer, and these are little travel friendly palettes. This is quite a colourful one, and then I picked up the palette Mindful, which definitely has some more cooler tones in it. Don't really understand what this random purple is doing in there, but yeah, I thought I'd pick up 2 palettes we can test out. These retail for £3 each. They're super duper affordable, which I just love about this brand. I love affordable makeup, and all of this is just such a bargain. So let's get into the eye look. And by the way, I found my Revolution eye base, thank goodness, because I love this stuff, and plus it's only £5, so it fits in really well with this brand. We're just gonna have a little play with these. I'm probably not going to do anything too like special, but we're firstly going to go in to the Dreamer palette, and I'm going to take the orange and I'm going to put this in my crease. Next, from the Dreamer palette, I'm going to take the pink in here, and I'm just going to build it up in my crease. I'm just going to use the same brush. It's quite a purpley toned pink. This one has a little bit more fallout. I'm actually very impressed with this pigmentation, considering this palette is £3. Look how good that is. I've gone a bit wild with this side. I hope I can blend that out properly. I'm next going to take the yellow in the Dreamer palette. I will use the other one in just a second. Okay, so this is what we've got so far. That yellow blended out that pink and orange so well. I honestly cannot believe it. It took minimal effort as well, and I've got no harsh lines or anything, so I'm super happy. Next, we're going to go into the Mindful palette, and I'm just going to take a little bit of the brown in here. This is quite a darker kind of matte palette, but I am going to take a little bit of this. There is also a shimmer in here as well, which I'm going to use. But I just want to take a little dab of the cool toned brown, and I'm going to add this to my inner and outer corners. Just going to go in my original brush and just start buffing out that brown a little bit. Okay, so I've just done that. I think I put a bit too much on this side because it's kind of like gathered in the outer corner. I wish I took a very light hand. I didn't realise how pigmented it was going to be. This side has turned out a lot more than what I actually want it to look like rather than this. So this will probably be covered up by the winged eyeliner anyway, but yeah, very pigmented, so just be careful. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the shimmer from the Mindful palette. I'm going to take it on my finger actually. Oh my god, look at that. The shimmer actually feels really creamy. Look, oh my god, seriously. How beautiful is that? Okay, so this is what the shimmer looks like on. It's not super metallic-y, reflective as I'd like them to be. Like, they're definitely not like their foils, but it did feel really nice and creamy. And it did look beautiful swatched. I just think on my lid it wasn't as pigmented as I'd like it to be. So let's move on to the eyeliner. They had quite a variation of eyeliners. They had the felt liner, which is what I've got. They also had the brush applicator liner. They had white and black in the brush tip applicator, and they also have pencil eyeliners, which I have bought one of those as well. So I bought the Slick Flick black eyeliner. This is what the packaging looks like, and yeah, this is just a felt liner. It's quite thin actually. I prefer the more felt liners. I just feel like I can get a bit more control with it. I can't remember if I mentioned this is £3. Now I'm going to do winged eyeliners. I am not the best at this, so you know, please don't count on me to do the most amazing winged eyeliner, because it won't be. This eyeliner is £3 and it is unreal. Like, granted, it doesn't dry down matte. It does have that shiny black finish. However, super black, like really pigmented, even over eyeshadow, really black. It didn't dry out at all. I literally took the lid off, done one eye, did the other eye, and touched up, and it still had so much pigment in it. Like, I am so impressed. I do wish that it dried down matte, but apart from that, this is amazing. And this is probably just as good as the Roxy one, which I think is £5. And I think it's better than the Renaissance Flick eyeliner. Like, I really love this. I'm not gonna lie, I'm definitely gonna use this again. But to finish off this look, I'm gonna take the pink from the Dreamer palette again, and I'm gonna put that all across my lower lash line. And then I'm going back in with the Mindful palette, taking this shimmer, and I'm going to put that in my inner corners and brow bone. Okay, so that is that shade on the inner corner and brow bone. Look how pigmented it is. I am loving this look. So now we've got to test their mascara. So this is the Power Lash Volume Mascara. This cost £3. Now, I know Revolution can do a good affordable mascara because the one by I Heart Revolution is so good. What I am worried about is how big this wand is. It's massive. Like, it's bigger than my eyeball. I'm really hoping this is going to be good, fingers crossed, but normally I don't like these brushes. Okay, so this is the mascara on, and again, I'm actually really impressed considering this had a huge wand. I was expecting it to be really sheer coverage on the lashes, but they coated each lash so well. They made my lashes super black, and it's 100% volumizing. There's some mascaras out there that are way more expensive than this and they're crap. This is only £3, and like, I cannot make this up. Like, I am really happy with that mascara. I've definitely come across way worse in the past. Okay, the last eye related item is the kohl eyeliner. I got mine in the white shade because I don't have a pencil white liner, and I thought I'd try something new. Wow, that's actually really creamy and pigmented. Look at that. Okay, I'm gonna put this on my waterline. I might have to skip to when I get back because I don't know if I can do this on camera. Do you see how pigmented that is? This cost £2.50. And I'm so shocked at how brightly white that is in my lower lash line. Usually with cheap liners, they're just really sheer and don't really pop as much, but this is a really good white eyeliner pencil. I'm actually in shock. Okay, so this is the eyes and the base complete. We've now got one product left to test, and then I can give you my final thoughts. Okay guys, so this is the eyes and face complete. We just have to do the lips. Now I've just put some Beauty Bay lipstick on in the shade Freckle because they only did glosses. I'm really gutted they didn't bring out some lipsticks. They brought out these baby glosses. Now they are quite small. They do retail for £3, so they are very affordable. I got mine in the shade Cream, which is kind of like a cool toned pale nude. Very different to other glosses that I've got in my collection. The doe foot is absolutely tiny, so let's see what the formula's like. Okay, so that is what it looks like on. It kind of just goes perfectly with that Beauty Bay lipstick. It is a really nice hydrating formula. It's not sticky. It feels really comfortable, really moisturising. I love the smell. The only thing I will say, because it is like a tiny applicator, you do have to go in a couple of times to get all the product out. But I mean, I think that looks very pretty and I really like it. It also smells amazing. It has a really nice sweet scent, so for £3 I just don't think you can go wrong. Okay guys, so that is absolutely every single product tested that I bought from the new Relove Revolution brand. I'm not gonna lie, you can probably tell, but I am super impressed with literally everything that I've tested today. I think the only product that I'm still a bit like I'm in an iron about is the primer. I feel like I need to test that at different times because it just didn't look that matte to me. I'm gonna have to have a look when I edit because I'm not really too sure on that. But honestly, everything else, I'm gobsmacked. Like, I am actually shook at how good these products are, considering how like affordable they are. I know Revolution got a lot of backlash on Trend Mood and stuff saying, oh my god, why have you come out with another brand? Like, there's just so many brands, you don't need to come out with so many brands. But the normal Revolution brand isn't as affordable as this new Relove brand, and I think the fact that it's all vegan, cruelty free, £5 and under, you just can't go wrong really. I do love that they've come out with this brand because it is super affordable, and not everyone can afford to spend loads of money on makeup. This is perfect for beginners in makeup as well, so you don't have to spend a lot of money. You can just buy, I think this whole full face cost me like £30–40, like that's insane. And I bought a lot of stuff, and yeah, I'm super happy with this brand. I didn't buy it as much as I wanted to just because I wanted to see what it's going to be like, but now that I've tested it and now that I know that I love the products, I'm definitely going to buy more things from the brand. So if you want me to do like a round 2 and test out more of the products, then definitely let me know down below. But guys, I really need to know your opinions on this. I am super happy, gobsmacked at this brand, and I need to know what your thoughts are as well. I'm going to round up this video here because it's probably super long. So I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please let me know by smashing the thumbs up button. Let me know down below, what do you think of this brand, and do you think it's worth picking up some of the products? I would love to know. And of course, if you haven't already, please subscribe down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.